Good morning. My name is Renella Hernandez. I am a 16 years old and a parishioner here at Corpus Christi Parish. Many of you may know me because of my sister, Rayanne, who lectures during Sunday and First Friday Masses, or because I am an active member of the youth ministry. I was selected to be one of the 24 pilgrims to go to World Youth Day in Portugal, a life-changing and inspiring pilgrimage that was 15 days long, where I witnessed the importance of being rooted in tradition, a core value here at this parish. However, before I jump into my highlights, I want to thank all the various generous donors that made this pilgrimage possible. Without your kind generosity, I would not have the opportunity to attend World Youth Day. I also can't forget all the parishioners that have spent countless hours praying for our safety and that this pilgrimage would be fruitful for the youth of this parish. Your prayers were answered. After spending hours reflecting on this journey, I can't help but feel even more loved by God through the people around me. In Portugal, our group of pilgrims would have a daily check-in with each other. We would gather in a circle and share our experiences with each other that happened that day. Blessings, apologies, affirmations, and reflections. I was excited about these sharing circles because I was constantly astonished by how God was present with us each day. It made me more grateful for my life and how powerful it is to take a moment in our daily lives to just reflect and unwind. I would like to give a special thank you to Father Richard. Throughout our pilgrimage, Father Richard fought for our prayer time. Even when the group wanted to spend time on the beach, explore the city, or simply sleep, Father Richard reminded us that on this trip, we are to journey with Jesus and to surrender our past, present, and future to God. Whether that be celebrating Mass in YVR, offering rosaries as we walk 35-degree weather for hours on end, and having a holy hour with 1.5 million youths and the Pope. But most of all, living the life of a pilgrim. Seem excited and open to the adventure that God has planned for us. Before this pilgrimage, I was struggling with my prayer life. Sometimes when I went to Holy Hour, I just wished it would end. I was lazy and I didn't want to do it. So when I found out they were doing a Holy Hour on this trip, I was stoked because I took it as a chance to improve my relationship with prayer. At first, it was hard to get through, and many of us found it difficult to be in prayer for 1 hour. The heat of the church, the lack of sleep we had, and the boredom we felt in the initial days of the journey tempted us to complain and reject the beauty of the Holy Hour. Nonetheless, on some of our holy hours, Father Richard helped us concentrate by either leading us in Lectiono Divina, which is a guided prayer with scripture, or by giving us guiding prompts to reflect on. For me, both the passage we reflected on, Romans chapter 12, verse 14 to 21, and the prompts Father gave us aided with my concentration whenever I found myself dozing off to sleep. I didn't know I could fall in love with prayer. It honestly felt like a chore when I did it, but now I love it so much. When you're invited to say the rosary as you walk through the hot, smothering heat of Portugal, and instead of complaining about something, it is transformational and humbling. Now, whenever I pray, I develop this indescribable feeling of care and comfort because I know the Lord is delighted when I choose to spend time with Him. That is why I believe rooted in tradition has been quite evident on this pilgrimage. We chose to prioritize our time with God by delving deep into our prayer life. We had a World Youth Day dinner a week ago, and it was a chance for us pilgrims to share at least one highlight of the trip with our parents. One reoccurring highlight most of us cited is that our prayer life has been transformed and that we want to spend more time with God. So if there's one thing I can share, it is to protect your prayer time. Protect your prayer time like your life depends on it. Spend as much time with the Lord, and you'll start to see your schedule free up to spend even more time with Him. Thank you, and God bless.